Remnant of the demonic sect, it's useless no matter how much you hide. This demonic mountain is your sacred land, right? Now that the top 10 experts of our orthodox sects are here, the end of your demonic sect is imminent. The orthodox are not always righteous. The demonic are not always evil. I am a demonic cultivator. I follow my heart's desire, and being unbridled is etched in my bones. You claim to be the orthodox path and act sanctimonious, yet your methods are despicable and have endless schemes behind them. Do my orthodox sects need to discuss morals with a demonic sect like yours? Just kill him and stop wasting our time by talking with him. We still need to find their sect's treasure after that. We can never be too careful while dealing with demonic sects. If it wasn't for some moles and people like you, we really might not have been able to completely annihilate the demonic sects here. The demonic Ridge Valley was the second strongest demonic force 1,000 years ago. With their protection, the demonic Tao no longer needs an old man like me. Above the orthodox path, the demonic Tao aims to reach the heavens. I have no regrets left in this world. My Tao has not been abandoned, ha ha ha. Oh, the demonic Tao's sacred land was captured, but the demonic sect's grand elder self-destructed, killing some and injuring over half of the 10 greatest experts of the orthodox sects, a few hundred martial kings even. Big brother doorkeeper, what are you reading? Menging, don't call me doorkeeper, call me Big Brother Woody. I am reading the latest news on the Jianghu that the Drizzle Hall gathered. The sect leader was the one who asked them to write this. He says it'll be useful for controlling public opinions in the future. The demonic mountain was leveled, not a single remnant of the demonic Tao was spared. This hatred is as deep as a bloody ocean. This emperor will make sure that all you hypocrites of the so-called orthodox Tao pay with your blood and souls. Didn't I tell you to not randomly appear and possess Meng Ying's body? As a pet, you should have a pet's mindset. Stop appearing every day and scaring the children. If you accidentally affect Meng Ying's body or mental health, I will scatter your soul into dust. Please spare me, Great Lord. I'll go back and write what I've reflected on right now. It must have a minimum of 800 words. I want to hear your sincerity. Meng Ying, this news is a little too exciting. Let's read something else. A sect leader who wishes to Remaeus listed out the 10 best spots to hide a private stash of money from your wife. Number 1, under the sole of your shoe. I might know who this person is. Menning, we're back. We even brought a master and a fellow student for you. What a big poultry bird. It seems like sect leaders had a pretty good harvest this time. She's the demonic Tao cultivator who you were talking about. What a cute little lady. You're called Tao Mengying, right? I'll teach you about the demonic Tao in the future, so you can call me Teacher Mozhang. Teacher Mozhang? What's going on? Why am I suddenly kneeling? Junior, you actually dare to disrespect this emperor? Is that the devil residing inside Meng Ying's body? It should be. I can't detect the depth of his power. There's no telling if he's a friend or a foe either. Did I give you too much face? 2,000 words. I want every word to be from your heart. How is Whitey's power increasing so fast? Why do I feel like he's already catching up to me? Why do I feel like my disciples are stealing my thunder? Meng Ying represents the demonic emperor, so it'd be a little inappropriate for her to call someone her master. You have to give this much face to your seniors at least. Mozhang, from now on, you should just call Meng Ying your little boss. In order to not mess up the seniority, from now on, you will be my all-time sect's one and only. Above none and below 10,000, second-generation disciple. All the other disciples of the sect will be a rank above you per seniority. Don't forget to address them properly. Little Momo, don't worry. Just teach me the demonic Tao and I promise that I will protect. I will ask Big Sister Dudu to protect the two of us. Master, please help me say something. I just got here and I'm already at the rock bottom of the sect's ranks. Qingyang City. Oh? That girl has returned to the city? We didn't wait for so long for nothing. Everyone. We must end this quickly. Now that there's a legitimate demonic Tao teacher here, I should get Meng Ying a sufficiently strong demonic cultivation technique. On the journey of martial cultivation, the meditation technique is the foundation. I suggest finding a strong meditation technique for Meng Ying first. I strongly recommend this one. Blood Cloud Heaven Sutra. Once successfully cultivated, one becomes able to summon blood clouds with a wave of their hand. The power is extremely tyrannical. Exchange cost, 599 Secret Techniques. 599? This price isn't low, can I cultivate it too? This cultivation technique does not belong to the orthodox Tao. If someone like you forcibly cultivates it, you will be crippled at best and die at worst. Ah, that's a shame, the technique sounds pretty cool too. But if I think about it in another way, can I use this to hoodwink my opponents? Isn't the strongest sect of all time an orthodox sect? Why does it have such a powerful demonic cultivation technique? There's no point in restricting our sect, that way of thinking is too rigid. This technique is so complicated, I think I'll need at least 10 days to half a month to gain some basic understanding. There's no need to rush, you can also have your master give you some pointers. Rain of blood and foul winds. Ha! Condensing blood rain from clouds should be a minor success, right? Why don't you just thicken your skin and ask her? Mozhang, is ye looking for me? Or do you have some questions too? Your expression. It feels pure and uncontaminated by worldly knowledge. Are you also calling me dumb, master? Don't be discouraged, some people are born in Rome, while others are born as mules. Qinyang City, Shopping Street. Little boss, with your talent, why does the sect leader even need me to teach you? The sect leader said that learning alone feels too lonely. With a teacher, my mood will be better. After seeing our Blood Cloud Heaven Sutra's cultivation speeds, my mood is indeed a lot better, my confidence is overflowing. Mozhang, don't worry, there are certain things that you get used to as you experience them more. Eldest senior sister, you're really bad at comforting other people. Don't think about the things that make you unhappy, let's do something fun instead. We'll shop as much as we want today, I'll foot the bill. Qin Yang, did you see the shoe I took off this morning? The things being sold on this street are all so pretty, they're all latest products too. Doggy made a sect voting system, only the most popular shops get to open a store on this street. Then where do I have to work to get the money to buy the things here? Just do the sect missions, each mission has its own reward. 9-layer Huanyuan Extreme Frost Domain. Ice Attribute, Martial Emperor? Worthy of being a genius of the ice attribute that's hard to find even once in 1,000 years. You were able to block my Extreme Frost Domain even though it was a sneak attack. I formally invite you to join our sect. Only our Extreme Frost Palace can properly nurture an ice attribute genius like you. Invite? Why do I feel like you're here to kidnap instead? Have you not done your research? Qinyang City is my SOET sect's home ground. Drizzle Hall, where are you? I heard about the Drizzle Hall's greatness as soon as I entered the southwest Yang province. With all these martial kings, if I were alone, it would indeed be a little troublesome. But since I decided to settle things quickly, I, a peak martial emperor, brought 4 other martial emperors with me. So you might as well obediently follow me back to the Extreme Frost Palace. I suggest you don't try anything fun either, after all. Ice can be quite fragile. You dare to act so brazen when you're only a peak martial emperor? I wonder if I am qualified enough to raise an objection then. A half-saint level soul? The SOET sect has such a trump card? You can either surrender yourselves now, or I can beat you until you submit. What a shame. That a half-saint like you had to meet my Extreme Frost Palace. Holy crap. Sect leader, they didn't plan on hiding their whereabouts at all. There were 5 martial emperors from the Extreme Frost Palace. They came prepared. In less than a quarter of an hour, they completely suppressed us and took eldest senior sister away. I've heard of the Extreme Frost Palace. It's a rank 4 sect in the northeast Lu province. Their palace lord is a peak martial emperor. They are known as the rank 4 sect closest to reaching the 3rd rank. I don't care if they're a rank 4 sect or a rank 3 sect. They shouldn't have touched my people. Did they forget the spirit of my SOET sect? Because I haven't taken action for too long? Demon Ridge Black Eagle. All inner disciples, gather up, be ready to invade the northeast Lu province at any time. All outer disciples must be at awareness level 1. Drizzle Hall, I want you to collect all available information about the Extreme Frost Palace. Go ask the Hidden Dragon Pavilion for assistance. Everyone move out. I'll go ahead and intercept them first. Host, you're currently not strong enough to oppose them. So? I'll help you look for their location. Humph? I thought you'd tell me to calm down. Hey, that's your disciple, Qian, calm down? Even I can't calm down, how could I ask you to? How does that saying go? If there's no one in this world who you're willing to die for, how boring would life be? They are currently 25 kilometers directly in front of you. Be careful, the opponent is a peak martial emperor. They even have a trump card that can defeat a half-step martial saint. I'll give you a new option. You can directly convert your contribution points into experience. However, the conversion won't be as effective. Then what are you waiting for? I want to convert all of it. I'm currently at the middle stage of the martial king realm, so with 20,000 contribution points, contribution points 0. Palace Lord, something exploded behind us. Oh? Did reinforcements from the Sect catch up? Heh. Crawl on the ground for me. The Soit Sect leader, Jun Chanxiao? The intelligence reports said that you were a middle-stage sword and martial dual king, comparable to a mid-stage martial emperor, but I think the reports are a bit off. Based on your aura and chi, you should be a peak dual king. This is the cultivation I spent my entire family's fortune to obtain. If you hand Qian over, I will break 2 limbs less. Take the saintess back to the palace. I'll take care of this clown. Qian. Humph? Only when she enters my extreme frost palace can I help her sever her feelings of love and enter the state of being detached from all emotions, achieving the highest realm in the ice attribute. Sever emotions, your ass? That's the first time my wife has looked at me with such empty eyes. You need to pay for my emotional damage. How is he a martial king? Do I have to use my trump card already? How are you feeling? The ice that was trapping you was a little difficult to get rid of. You're a half-saint, even though a soul body is weaker. How did you get defeated so quickly? Mr. Yi, the sect leader is in danger. That person is the descendant of the Ice Emperor. Ice Emperor? A descendant of that old fogey? Hold on. Doesn't that mean he knows the Ice Emperor's secret move? Divine request. The shadow of the immortal emperor is one with me. Breath not the Ice Emperor. This amount of spiritual power. It's even greater than the level of a half-saint. I baited out a big move. Using divine request twice in a row is a little too strenuous. But your sect sure is abnormal. Those 2 peak martial grandmasters from the Drizzle Hall each have combat power equivalent to a martial king. As the sect leader, you're even more abnormal. A mere martial king could actually force me, a peak emperor, to such a degree. The palace lord is so strong, you used only 1 move to instantly defeat a half-saint. Do it 1 more time, palace lord. It was a coincidence. Soul bodies are naturally weak against the extreme frost palace's cultivation technique. I'm already old, I can't use this move again. Oh? That puts me at ease. Impossible. This is impossible. How did you dodge the Ice Emperors? Humph? Either you tell your group of thugs to hand Qian over, or I will kill you to set an example. After that I'll send everyone from the extreme frost place to meet you before your corpse even begins to rot. You better not act rashly. The extreme frost palace is not a normal rank 4 sect we're. I guess there's no room for discussion then. Good. I was running out of patience anyway. Are all of you going to just keep watching? Without me, none of you'll be able to enter the boundless sea of ice ever again. Who would have thought that a rank 4 sect like the extreme frost palace would actually be hiding 4 peak martial emperors? Sect leader Jun is mistaken, we're not from the extreme frost palace. However, our sects share the same interests, so we can't just watch as the extreme frost palace's palace lord dies. But there's no need for you to fight to this degree for the sake of 1 disciple. What's more, she'll be able to receive better guidance on the ice attribute if she enters the extreme frost palace. I can make the call and guarantee that the palace will not spare any resource. Hold it right there. Based on the way you're talking, you must think that just because you have 4 peak martial emperors, I have no choice but to sit down and negotiate with you. Was I too polite earlier? Was that what made you feel like you could leave this place alive? Sect leader Jun, he who knows how to adapt to this situation is wise. I advise you to think about what's good for you. I hope you'll continue to be this arrogant after this. Sect leader, hold on. These guys are the descendants of the Ice Emperor. The Ice Emperor really liked creating sects back then. Based on what I know, there were 9 sects under him back then, which means There should be 9 peak stage emperors in the Ice Emperor's alliance who should all know how to use a divine request. You will enter a state of weakness once you use that blade. If there are more people from the Ice Emperor's alliance hiding nearby, we'll have no way to stop them right now. Xingqian, you reminded me just in time. If I show them the Desolate Blade's power right now, how will I get them to gather together to kill them all at once? I indeed have no way to keep all of you here today. But if I risk my life, it won't be a problem for me to keep a few of you here forever. Although I can send you on your way now, but 3 days. 3 days later, my iron-boned sect will head towards the northeast Lu province and demand justice. When the time comes, if I find out that even a single hair on Qian is missing, I'll make everyone from the Extreme Frost Palace regret ever being alive. 3 days later, your sect leader, I, will be heading to the northeast Lu province to bring back my wife, Ahem, your eldest senior sister. Fighting against 9 rank 4 sects at the same time, even I think it's crazy. I can't guarantee that the Sot sect will still be in one piece after this battle. But this battle must be fought. All the disciples of my all-time sect have been trained to become top geniuses. We're now guilty of the crime of possessing too many treasures. If we just quietly endure this, other sects will also dare to covet your fellow disciples or even attack them. This battle must be fought, and we must win. We will throw one powerful punch to avoid getting hit 100 times in the future. So what if we're up against 9 sects? The Sot sect seniors have even flattened 17 great palaces before. 3 days later, northeast Lu province. Is the sect leader crazy? Why does he want us to be on alertness level 1 in such ghastly weather? It's because the SOET sect is coming. You just joined the sect so you might not understand. Our 9 sects are united as one, we advance and retreat together, even rank 1 sects have to give us face. As for a tiny SOET sect, how could they pose a threat to us? I heard that the SOET sect is a bit special. What's so special about them? Even if that crazy sect leader comes, his disciples won't be stupid enough to follow him to their demise. Look at the lightning, there's going to be another snowstorm. They're here. Eh? They actually dared to come. Haha, what did I tell you? There's no way the disciples would march to their own deaths, there's only a few of them. You should look more carefully. The strongest sect of all time is here. Magic explosive arrows are ready. Get ready. Ugh. Why? Your biggest mistake is to become an enemy of our sect. My sect, the strongest in the ages, will surely wipe out thousands of miles and conquer all the wastelands. Secret Agent Fantai Captain, Sima Zhongda, has met the sect leader. The Ice Emperor Alliance outposts here have all been removed. It will take 2 or 3 days to penetrate their perimeter, which is really difficult for you. Zhongda, you did a good job. What is the highest position you have in sneaking into the enemy camp? Can you bring more intelligence? The time is too short, and the highest position now is only the internal affairs manager of the Extreme Cold sect, who has been quietly staying with the senior sister. 3 days is indeed too short. What did you say? Chief of the Internal Affairs Bureau? He climbed there in 3 days? If I give you a month, all of you secret agents will be the head of the Extreme Cold sect. He did bring back a lot of valuable information. He is extremely talented in this area of disguising himself. Senior sister, can you hear me? Please answer if you hear me. Qian seems to have been blocked from communicating. Is he going to turn Qian into some kind of a saint? There are still a few young boys and girls in the sect who are competing for the title of saint. The others should be from the other 8 sects of the Ice Emperor Alliance. The 9 techniques all evolved from the Ice Emperor art, but they inherited the different strengths of the Ice Emperor: hair, eyes, mouth, skin, left hand, left foot, right foot, and sword. Is this a power distribution map or a crime scene map? They're splitting up the Grand Master's body, right? Was the Emperor Wu of the time such a pervert in his play? The Ice Emperor is definitely a special case. Other martial emperors, they're still quite normal. Not necessarily. My master still has strand of hair from the Night Emperor's limited edition sale to this day, and these martial emperors are not even close. Lao Tzu's name. Zhongda, based on the intelligence you have collected so far, where should we attack first? From the information sent by Daodu, the heads of the 8 clans have all gathered at the Extreme Cold clan, but there are. The head of the Shuyuan sect, not far from here, has yet to set off. Is it just him? Could it be that they set a trap for us in Xue Yuan's sect? Most likely not, because other patriarchs also complained about the late arrival of the Xue Yuan sect. Xue Yuan sect. Some of them always say that I am late. This time I left home 2 days early. Lao Hong, we have agreed to meet on the 5th this time. I will set off on the 3rd. Prepare some items for me. Sect Master, the appointment is for a meeting on the 3rd. The other sect masters should already be drinking tea together. Then you won't remind me? The old slave thought that you liked the feeling of appearing at the finale. Doesn't that mean that people from the SOET sect may have arrived near us? Several other sect leaders told me that the boss of the SOET sect is very evil and does not have more than 2 peak martial emperors, so don't confront him head on. Let's not talk about whether they can break through the old slaves' chain formation. Even if they are lucky enough to come to us. It's also a good time for them to understand the strength of the Shangsan sect. The Shangsan 3 sects? Yes, according to the strength of each sect, the 9 Ice Emperor sects are divided into the upper 3 sects, the middle 3 sects, and the lower 3 sections. They are represented by the Chioshui sect, representing the mouth of the Extreme Cold sect, and the Xue Yuan sect representing the left foot. If he's on the same level as the old man from the Extreme Cold sect, he's nothing to worry about. I'll kill him in a couple of seconds. Sect leader, you are wrong. The personal strength of Xue Yuan's sect leader is said to be on par with the number 1 Chioshui sect leader. As for Extreme Cold sect leader's combat power, he was basically at the bottom of the 9 sects. Under such circumstances, Extreme Cold sect still sits firmly among the top 3 sections. I am worried that there is someone in the Extreme Cold sect who can surpass the Martial Emperor. Based on this, I boldly speculate that maybe there is also someone in the Xue Yuan sect. Such an unfathomable opponent. It'll be worthwhile for me to send out the strongest sect in the history of the world on a quest. Humph? Brother. Oh? The formation has been activated? Reduce the number of people before fighting. I hope the SOET sect won't go crazy. Sect leader. There is a bomb, which is quite powerful. When I saw it, your clothes were torn. Too brutal. At least leave some pants on.